Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Got 11 matchups on this NBA slate. So, yeah, we're going to go right into it. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you already haven't. Support the channel. So, yeah, we got 11 matchups here. So, it's a lot of action here on this Monday. We're going to start with the Indiana Pacers versus the Washington Wizards. Pacers 21-23, 18-26 against the spread. The Wizards 16-28, 22-22 against the spread. Pacers opening up as 2.5 point favorites with the over-under at 236.5. Last 10 games for Indiana, 5-5 in their last 10. Washington 2-8 in their last 10. Indiana 4-11 against the spread in their last 15. 4-1 in their last 5. They are 5-1 straight up and against the spread against Washington in their last 6. Washington 2-8, in their last 10. 8-4 against the spread at home. So they have been covering at home. I've been on the wrong side of Washington all season long. You would think with Westbrook and Beal, they put up big numbers every night, but they just don't. It doesn't translate to wins. Give me the Pacers minus 2.5 here, and I like the over 236.5. Next matchup, we have the Miami Heat versus the New York Knicks. Miami 22-24, 18-27-1 against the spread. New York 24-22, 27-18-1 against the spread. Miami opening up as 4.5 point favorites with the over-under at 208.5. Last 10 games for Miami 4-6 in their last 10. New York 6-4 in their last 10. Miami currently riding a 6-game losing streak, which is kind of crazy. Knicks 3-game losing streak, coming off a win against the Bucks. Where both teams rested all their starters for the most part. So can't really look into that Milwaukee win as meaning anything. But Miami 0-6 against the spread in their last 6. They are 6-1 in their last 7 against New York. New York 6-1-1 against the spread in their last 8. Pretty much for me, if Julius Randle plays in this matchup, I like the Knicks plus 4.5 here. And the over-under is super low here, 208.5. I like this. I like the over, I like the over 208.5, and I like the Knicks plus 4.5, as long as Julius Randle plays. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Brooklyn Nets. Minnesota 11-35, 19-26-1 against the spread. Brooklyn 31-15, 23-23 against the spread. Brooklyn opening up as 11.5 point favorites with the over-under at 239.5. Last 10 games for Minnesota, 4-6 in their last 10. Brooklyn 8-2 in their last 10. As far as injuries go, Kyrie Irving is questionable for Monday. He's missed the last few games here. Brooklyn did sign LaMarcus Aldridge, which is insane. They got Blake Griffin playing off the bench now. This Brooklyn team is just unbelievable. But Minnesota 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. They're 5-0 against the spread against Brooklyn, and 5-0 in their last 5 games against Brooklyn. I think it's a very interesting stat, but they haven't played this Brooklyn team like they're about to face right now. Love Brooklyn here. Even if Kyrie doesn't play, as long as Harden's playing, this team is too talented. Give me Brooklyn minus 11.5. Give me the over 239.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Boston Celtics. New Orleans 20-25, 21-24 against the spread. Boston 23-23, 22-24 against the spread. Boston opening up as 4 point favorites with the over-under at 230.5. Last 10 games for the Pelicans, 5-5 in their last 10. Boston 4-6 in their last 10. New Orleans 6-2 against the spread in their last 8. However, they are just 1-5 on the road at Boston. Boston 6-2 in their last 8 at home, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. I like Boston here -4. Neither team playing really great basketball here, but I just lean more towards Boston -4 here. I like the over 230.5. Next matchup, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Dallas 23-21, 20-24 against the spread. Oklahoma City 19-26, 23-21-1 against the spread. Dallas is opening up as 7.5 point favorites with the over-under at 216.5. Last 10 games for Dallas, 5-5 in their last 10. OKC 5-5 in their last 10 as well. These two teams did play on March 11th, with OKC picking up an 8-point win over Dallas. Last two games, Dallas and Porzingis and Luka Doncic were out on Saturday's matchup. Look for them to, hopefully we'll have to check the injury report here, but we'll see if they play on Monday. If Porzingis and Luka play on Monday, I love Dallas -7.5 here. If Luka's out, give me OKC +7.5, just because we kind of struggle without Luka. So, and now I'm gonna take the over 216.5, regardless of if Luka plays or not. So, if Luka plays, Mav 7.5. If not, OKC. Next matchup, we have the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Houston Rockets. Memphis 21-22, 24-18-1 against the spread. Houston 13-32, 14-31 against the spread. Memphis opening up as 5.5 point favorites with the over-under at 221.5. Last 10 games for Memphis, 4-6 in their last 10. Houston 2-8 in their last 10. Memphis 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. However, they are just 3-8 against the spread and straight up against Houston in their last 11. But this is a very bad Houston team here. Houston did get a win against Minnesota, a pretty dominant win, 129-107 here. Just don't like Houston. Don't like Houston at all this year. Going to roll with Memphis -5.5, and we're going to take the over 221.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Raptors versus the Detroit Pistons. Toronto 18-27, 20-25 against the spread. Detroit 12-33, 23-19-3 against the spread. Toronto opening up as 4.5 point favorites with the over-under at 219. Last 10 games for Toronto, 1-9 in their last 10. Detroit 2-8 in their last 10. Detroit did pick up a 4-point win over Toronto on March 17th. I think this is the bounce back game for Toronto here. Struggling all season. I think they get it together here against Detroit. Give me Toronto -4.5. Give me the over 219. Next matchup, we have the Sacramento Kings versus the San Antonio Spurs. Sacramento 21-25, 21-25 against the spread. San Antonio 23-20, 24-19 against the spread. San Antonio opening up as favorites at -2.5 with the over-under at 228. Last 10 games for Sacramento, 7-3 in their last 10. San Antonio 5-5 in their last 10. Sacramento 5-2 against the spread in their last 7. They are 6-1 in their last 7, so starting to play pretty good in their last 10. San Antonio 1-4 in their last 5, 2-4 in their last 6 here. Super close spread here. I'm gonna take the hot team in Sacramento. Not really too sold on the Spurs. Give me the hot team right now in Sacramento, and I like the over 228 as well. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Utah Jazz. Cleveland 17-29, 19-27 against the spread. Utah 34-11, 29-15-1 against the spread. Utah opening up as 15-point favorites with the over-under at 221.5. Last 10 games for Cleveland, 3-7 in their last 10. Utah 7-3 in their last 10. Cleveland 0-9-1 against the spread in their last 10 games against Utah. 0-5 in their last 5 against Utah. Utah, currently on a 5-game winning streak, 10-0 at home. This was a massive spread here with 15 points. Man, the NBA, just 15 points is just way too much here. I like Cleveland plus 15. I think Jazz wins pretty good, but 15 points is a lot, I'll roll the dice with Cleveland plus 15. Maybe add them to a teaser, get some more points on them. But Cleveland plus 15 and the over 221.5 for me. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the Golden State Warriors. Chicago 19-25, 23-20-1 against the spread. Golden State 22-24, 21-25 against the spread. Golden State opening up as 1.5 point favorites with the over-under at 224.5. Last 10 games for Chicago, 3-7 in their last 10. Golden State 3-7 in their last 10 as well. Chicago 1-5 in their last 6. 0-7 against Golden State currently. Golden State 1-4 straight up and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. However, they are 5-0 at home against Chicago here. Just a small little margin. I'm going to take... I do believe Curry's still out, but, I'm going to take the Warriors here at home at -1.5, and I'm going to take the over 224.5. Last matchup of the night, we have a good one between the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Los Angeles Clippers. The Bucks 29-16, 20-25 against the spread. Clippers 31-16, 27-20 against the spread. Clippers opening up as 4.5 point favorites with the over-under at 229.5. Last 10 games for Milwaukee, 8-2 in their last 10. The Clippers 7-3 in their last 10. Milwaukee rested all of their starters on Saturday. They rested Giannis, Middleton, Holiday. I'm assuming it was for rest purposes, which I would imagine. So I expect all of them to return Monday here. I'll just make this one super quick. As long as Milwaukee has their whole starting 5, give Milwaukee plus 4.5 here. It's just the biggest bargain on the whole slate. I like Milwaukee plus 4.5 here. I like the over 229.5. That's gonna do it for this pick video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Go ahead, like and subscribe. Support the channel. Good luck with your betting picks on Monday, and be sure to check out my NBA parlay video posted right after this. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Have a good one.